Okay, welcome to Tool Tuesday. So this Tool Tuesday, we're going to work on one of my favorite things to collect, and that is, a lot of people call them an old monkey wrench, pipe wrench or whatever. It's not really a pipe wrench because it has smooth jaws. It is basically a vintage adjustable wrench. Several different brands of these out there, a lot of different styles. They've been out for a while. Here's another one. I really like these. I love the wood handles. I love anything with a wood handle, but this is another style of it. You can see it's got smooth jaws. It's not a pipe wrench. But yeah, I have literally a big toolbox full of these things. I pick them up for anywhere from $1 to $5 a piece. So I love these things, and I love these wood-handled screwdrivers. Dude, my two favorite things to pick up. One, because they're cheap. Two, just because they're so cool. So this one is in pretty sorry shape. I don't know if the camera will pick it up. Let me run this down. See, it's got a pretty serious bend right here. It's bent back, and let me run it up again. It also has a pretty significant twist to it. You can see the jaws. I can't run it up all the way. It's got a pretty serious twist in this part of it. So the way these things are held together, there is a pin in there that is often seized up. I can see it moving and wiggling around. It's not seized up in the thumb wheel, and it's not seized up in the wrench at all. So we're going to get that out of there and get straightening this guy up. So here we go. Really quick, I wanted to show a couple things. Okay, this is the wrench that we're getting ready to do the clean up and repair on. Here's an example of two other wrenches. These are vintage adjustable wrenches. This one, it's got Ford embossed on it. Let me make sure that's in camera. There we go. It's got Ford embossed on it right there. And this one also, it's another adjustable wrench, has Ford embossed on it here. These would have been included in toolkits on Ford products. This one here has a square end on there. That's for taking out square drive, like drain plugs on, say, the transmission or the differential or something like that. This would have been included in toolkits on the Model A, the Model T, maybe even the later coupes, like the V8 ones after 32. I think those were like the Model B, Model 18, things like that. I can't remember how long Ford included these in toolkits in their vehicles, but this would have been for like a Ford car or truck. This one here, without the plug wrench on the bottom, would have been included in a toolkit with Ford farm tractors. So just a neat little piece of information. Trying to see, this one doesn't have a maker's mark on it anywhere other than Ford, unless Ford made this one. This one here was made by the Moore Drop Forging Co., Springfield, Massachusetts. And this one here is a Fairmount. A common one of these is the auto wrench, and they came in different sizes. I have, I believe the 9-inch is the common one. I think the other one I have is an 11-inch, and it's much bigger, bulkier all the way around. Let me show you real quick. Here is a current model. This is an 8-inch wrench. This is a crescent. So you can very easily see the similarities. They just took and rotated the jaws from 90 degrees to, that's not exactly perpendicular with the handle, but it's real close to it. I have one of these in my work truck that I use, and I have these. This one sits, I have a Model A coupe. This one goes into Model A, and I have an 8N Ford tractor. This one I keep in the Ford tractor. But also in my work truck, I have one of these. And I keep one here on my workbench. They're kind of handy, as it gives you a different angle. But for average use, like maybe it's just being used to using these can prove a little bit difficult. But nonetheless, I like them, and they do have their purposes, and they come in handy from time to time. So, all right, I've talked long enough. Let's get on this guy. Okay, so there you have it. I'm pretty impressed with how it came out. I forgot to hit record when I taped off and painted the inlay on here, but I'm I'm really impressed with how it came out. This is really done justice to this old guy, because if I didn't know any better, I'd almost say that somebody had a competition to see how much crap they could beat out of this thing. I didn't get all the blemishes out of it. I'm probably really not going to use this thing. It's actually, I've spent so much time on it, I'm probably going to put it inside with the screwdriver and put it on display somewhere in one of the different setups I have inside. So, but I painted the inlay on it, and I was able to clean off the paint from the maker's mark. I guess it's Fairmont. Let's see if the camera will pick it up. Yeah, there you go. So there she is, up nice and close. There's some really bad marks right in there. I don't know what you would do to do something like that in that kind of a location. It's obviously looks like chisel marks. You see where something sharp went in that way. I have no idea what you would do to something, or you would be trying to do something like that. I could have gone in there with a Dremel and cleaned that up a little bit, but anyhow, like I started to say, I didn't clean too much up, because if you start buffing down these surfaces here and here and here, you take out tolerances and you make a lot more looseness in here, as well as the teeth that the thumb screw rides on that runs this up and down were either from somebody hitting on it or really torquing on it. I would think it would bend at first, but the teeth were kind of canted a little bit, and I didn't show that on film. I took and used a chisel and a hammer and kind of knocked them back straight. You gotta be careful, I don't want to break them off. And then I took the file and just cleaned them up a little bit, and I don't want to take away any area in there and ruin purchase, because then your thumb wheel will end up skipping. But if you just take some of the burrs and the sharp edges off, and a little bit of oil, really just makes this thing, it just smooth as silk. So, but nonetheless, I think it's another first for me on here. The last Tool Tuesday, I did a wood-handled screwdriver, and that was a first for that one, and this is a first for this one. And I'd like to think that the shape that this was in, with it being twisted and bowed that way, that we really did it justice. I would like to think that I could call this a definite restoration. Even with leaving a few of the marks, we really brought this thing back from where it was. So I'm actually pretty proud of my work on this one. So I appreciate you hanging out with me and along on this restoration. And we'll see you next Tool Tuesday. Until next time.